Good evening from InvestSharp.com. This is Randy Smotone with your Monday, December the 6th market update. Had a pretty decent day in the market. Little resting. NASDAQ Russell performed pretty well, but pretty good day. So the dollar, gold, silver, copper, and oil were all up today. Light Street crude futures were up 19 cents to settle at $89.38 a barrel. So we're taking a look here at the dollar ETF UUP. And it pulled, it was kind of moving higher, and then it pulled back some and closed actually closer to its lows. Over to the West Texas Intermediate Crude Point Figure Chart. No change here. I mean, we didn't move much today. We're still hanging out. Still got the bullish price objective 105. Let's go take a look at the Dow. So the Dow actually was the weakest again today. It was for the third trading day in a row. It was down 0.17%, so it wasn't down much, but it was the weakest. But it's holding up fine. The Russell was the strongest again, and that was for the second trading day in a row. The Russell actually closed up 0.59%. So the Dow's hanging out, looks fine here. Closed at 11,362, down almost 20 points, but looks fine. No, wasn't very light volume today actually. S&P same thing, just hanging out. It was almost pretty much a flat day. And NASDAQ, the NASDAQ took out its prior highs here. It's at 225.92.94. So we did take that out by a little bit, moving a little bit higher. So it's looking pretty good. And then the Russell's just, man, it's just flying. It's you look at the weekly, see that we've taken out this weekly somewhere around that level, because it's not exact, but we've taken out this weekly that dates back to 2007. So this is quite a breakout here on the Russell as it continues to move higher. So it's looking really good. Volume was super anemic today, though. Actually, depending on if you looked at the Qs or the SPY or whatever, it was down 20 to 40% less than average day volume. And so maybe the news on the tax cuts and stuff tonight, maybe that'll help get some volume back in the market. And of course we've been on a run. I mean, we've been moving up quite a bit here. So in the market, some sideways action would probably be healthy for the market. So let's take a look at gold via GLD. Still holding up well. Not a lot of volume behind this move up, but still holding up well, moving higher. Silver, big volume coming back into silver today finally. It's had pretty lackluster volume, but it did get some volume as it broke out higher from here. So looking good. Copper still holding up well. Copper continues to have pretty good volume. The JJC, the ETF. Euro had all this buying back up, tested the backside of this trend line where it broke down from, and then now it's just kind of it did come off the lows of the day, so we'll see what it does here. And VIX, Volatility Index. So still hanging out here. It doesn't want to let go of this 18. It's been a pretty strong support, still hanging there. Let's go over and take a look at the McClellan oscillator. This is the NYSE McClellan. All right, so we're right here at 10, so we're just very neutral. We need to be way up into here to be overbought, way down here to be oversold. So market continues to be pretty neutral. Of course, we didn't move much today, so let's go take a look at the sectors. So 7 of the 16 sectors follow, finished in the green. The gold index had the largest percent gain for the second trading day in a row. It was up 1.31%. Healthcare index was the weakest, and it was down 0.68%. So not too bad of a day. So over to Chart Watch, and some of these we've looked at before, and then a couple are for the watch list, and a couple of new ones. Apple did have a failed breakout a little bit today, but it's hanging in there. But I was kind of surprised that it didn't go ahead and break out a little higher, since it took out this high and it tried, but then it pulled back. So it could continue higher tomorrow, but a little surprised that it didn't get a little better bid there. This Volterra semiconductor, it actually had broken out above this resistance area right already. It was just kind of hung out there for a while. It took off higher today, so this looks like it could set up for several dollars higher over a little bit of time here. So this is looking very, very good. Baidu did break out above the downtrend line out of this little pennant, little triangle, and again very neutral. But volume did start coming in, but a pretty neutral candle there of pretty equal buying and selling. So a lot of the fertilizers I like. CF, I think this continues to look well. It's still resting here. I mean, it's been consolidating here for quite some time, and now it looks like it should be ready to go. If the market can get a bid, this should go ahead and break out over that high of 130. CVGI, Commercial Vehicle Group. I like this one even a little bit longer term because I like this cup and handle on it, right? So up against resistance here, so watch to see if it can take out today's high with volume. You could jump on board that one. Probably best to get it on a little bit of a pullback or flag. Mosaic, another fertilizer stock I like. Already broke out above the downtrend lines and still hanging in there. Riverbed breaking out today, looks good. Newmont Mining. Not a lot of volume here, but it did take out the downtrend line. It looked to be in a descending triangle, but it did take out the downtrend line, so you might want to keep an eye on that one. 3M, up against some resistance, but it had some good volume as it broke out above the downtrend line here, and then now it's got resistance. So over this about, 87.32, so say 87.40 or so, get some volume going. It could break out here and move back up to the highs. Coinstar breaking out of this bull flag with some volume today. It's actually looking pretty good. Should at least get back to the highs and possibly higher, market willing. Range Resources. I like where this is put in this building this base here. This bottom has been building for quite some time. It hit, rejected, broke out, and now we're holding the breakout. So that's looking good for some higher prices. Cliff Natural Resources breaking out last week actually out of this rising wedge pattern with some good volume. Now it does have overhead resistance right there at the 75, right, the prior high, but it looks like it's setting up to probably going to take that out soon. But definitely worth a look here. Zinc, another nice kind of cup and handle pattern. It broke out actually last Friday, and it's moving higher today. It's definitely probably get back up here to the highs of about 1330 would be your short-term target, and then it looks like it's should be headed higher in the future. This China biological products, broke out last week. I talked about it on the watch list here. This where it was just kind of consolidating, hanging out, digesting this gain from here to there, even though it did have a breakout, and of course it moved higher today. TCF Financial, another one off the watch list. I like this ascending pattern. It looks like it's about ready to break out and go higher. So again, like it. VMware, it broke out here above this resistance. Got rejected, broke out, held. Should be headed back up to at least this around this 89 area. Shortly, RFMD, RF Micro Devices. I like this little triangle. Looks like it's probably going to break out probably tomorrow. I mean, I don't know where else it can go. I mean, it's gonna have to go somewhere. Jeffries, I also like Jeffries here. It was in this triangle, broke out, come here, retested it. Now it looks to be in an ascending triangle, and it's holding this breakout here. So Jeffries looks like it's setting up for some higher prices. Cooper Tire and Rubber, big breakout on it today. Sohu, this one broke out last week, but again it's moving, probably pretty much can target the prior highs here close to 81, which is like where it's headed. Westlake Chemical, WOK, nice breakout today. MOD, ascending triangle breakout, looks good. Winnebago Industries, another one that looks like it has bottomed here, got rejected, took it out end of last week and moving higher today. Should have some higher prices in store. Hanger Orthopedics needs to, okay, so we rejected, we hit, we rejected, we're back to it, got rejected. So let's see what the next move is. Maybe consolidating, but just set alert possibly over today's high of 2029 and set your alert, and then looks like it's setting up for some higher prices too, possibly. And then Devon Energy, like this, it's still holding the, let's go back to a year here. You got rejected here, got rejected, finally broke out, had the volume, holding well. It's got some previous highs up here around 76.24, right? But looking good, especially on any type of a flag, any type of consolidation or something. This is looking good for higher prices. So on deck for tomorrow, nothing that's usually typical market moving. We got some Goldman store sales, Red Book, consumer credit, so nothing typical market moving. And then of course, no changes in the current market signals here. So I mean, there's no changes here. We didn't move enough today really to change much of anything. All right. So that is it for today, and thanks for watching.